In this video, we're going to explore using Geometer's Sketchpad to look at circles and ellipses, and we're going to define an ellipse and a circle using circular functions. So we're going to start by going to Graph, New Parameter, and we're going to make a parameter for theta, our angle. And then I want to calculate what is sine and cosine at that value of theta. So then go to Measure. In the Sketchpad 5, you'll have a separate window. Under Number will be your Calculate menu, but in this one it's under the Measure menu in Sketchpad 4. So then go to Calculate, and I want to calculate cosine at theta, so select cosine from the Functions drop-down, and then click on theta, and click OK. And then we want to also calculate what is sine at that value of theta. So again, click on theta. Alright, so we have a couple values. Right now it's in degrees. The default in version 4 is degrees here, so I want to change this to radians. So go to Edit menu and then choose Preferences. And under Units Angle, I'm going to change this to radians. Alright, so now we have our cosine and our sine calculated at that degree of theta. I can change theta. I can increase it by clicking it, selecting it, and then clicking on the plus or the minus key on my keyboard. What I'm going to do next is I am going to plot this, both of them, as xy on a graph. So now you've got a coordinate system coming up, and that is the point. So you can see that as I change theta now, I'm clicking the plus sign, my point is moving. Alright, so now it would be nice if I could just, instead of having to click plus or minus on here, if I could just automatically have that in there. So we can go to, you can either right click on the theta parameter and go to Animate Parameter, or you can select theta, your parameter, and go to Display Animate Parameter. So now the point is moving. I don't have to click plus or minus, and it's going around a circle because cosine of theta and sine theta graphed is going to create a circle. Alright, so I'm going to stop my animation here. You can also stop it by right-clicking again, and then you will see increase speed, decrease speed, stop animation. So you can decrease it, make it go slower. You can stop it altogether. So the next thing that I would like to do is trace that point so I can actually see better what is there. So I selected the circle, and I'm going to display trace plotted point. Now when I animate my parameter, it will actually trace out the resulting circle. And you can see that that is a unit circle with a radius of 1. Very nice little circle. Now what if you want to change your radius? What if you don't want just the unit circle graph there? Let me stop my animation. I'm going to create another parameter. So in Sketchpad 4, go to the Graph menu and choose New Parameter, and I'm going to make parameter A. And I'm going to multiply this. So I have A, click on A, and then times cosine theta. And now we will click on, change this one by double clicking on it, and we want to multiply this by A. And now I can change A by, again, using the plus sign or the minus sign. And what will happen now if I animate my point, my parameter, is that point is still being traced. You can see that now we have a circle that is going to have a radius of 5. So A times cosine of theta and A times sine of theta will graph the circle, and whatever your A is, that will be the radius of your circle. Now we said that we would also look at ellipses. So in order to do an ellipse, we're going to add one more parameter, and this time it's going to be B. We'll call it B. And what I'm going to do is I will leave a cosine theta alone, but I'm going to change my other equation to b. So select the A and click on B instead. And what I'm going to do, I can change B to however I want. Let's just make it 2. So I use the plus sign to change that. And now I'm going to clear my traces so that I don't have all these circles on here. So go to Display, Erase Traces. And now let's go ahead and animate our parameter one more time. And this time you'll see that we have an ellipse. And our ellipse has a horizontal, well, the horizontal right here is from the origin out to its outermost point is 5. That's our A term. And the vertical from the origin up to its maximum is 2, just like the B term. And you can change these, and you can create different ellipses by changing A and B. All right, thank you very much.